Presented by Gatorade. Our matchup, the other semifinal, Fremont, undefeated out of Utah, taking on Westlake, undefeated out of Atlanta. The winner of this game will take on Paul VI out of Virginia, which snapped Lake Highland Prep's 35-game win streak to get the win in the previous semifinal in overtime. Matt Schick along with Asia Ellison, former standout at Maryland and Texas A&M, and an alum of this very event, GEICO Nationals. How would you describe what this event is all about and the significance of it for these athletes?
I mean, it's all about showcasing your talent, and most importantly for these four teams, coming out and getting that win. When you're coming in to this tournament undefeated in your state and won state titles, I mean, you got to come in for the win, so it's all about playing hard.
These are all reigning state champs, all trying to be called national champs. Let's start with Westlake out of Georgia, and they've got a trio of stars, all ranked and all very talented.
And this is a trio that we are in for a treat for. They have Raven Jones leading them, getting scores, getting her teammates opportunities, and you have Latson, the cleanup player. She likes to get on the boards. Excuse me, Turnage is the cleanup player that likes to get on the boards. And then you have Latson, the one who can score. She likes to leak out. She's a pest on the defensive end, will capitalize an offensive transition. Just a great trio that will be fun to watch today.
Let's take a look at our player profile, fueled by Gatorade, our Gatorade player spotlight. Raven Johnson, she is the #2 player in the ESPNW 100 and is signed to play for Dawn Staley at South Carolina. So the matchup, that's Westlake. How about Fremont? They've got some twin towers that go 6'4" and 6'5". This is going to be fun to watch.
You know, the Twin Towers, they do have, Matt, and that is an Calvert and Maggie Mendelson. In the absence of Taniya Gardner, these two have really had to step up, and you have Maggie Mendelson in the paint just being a problem, using all 6'5" her length, and then Calvert stretching that defense out and having that capability of being able to knock down that three-point shot. They can cause a lot of problems in the front court.
See, Maggie Mendelson wants to play volleyball and basketball at the college level. She's a sophomore. She's got a couple of years to figure it out. And then you see number 25, Calvert, who is signed to play with BYU. Again, look at the ranked players. 6 of them ranked either in the sophomore, junior, or senior classes. Headlined by Raven Johnson, headed to South Carolina, #2 player in the ESPNW 100. So here we are set to go. Westlake out of Atlanta, Fremont out of Utah, and the tip is controlled by Westlake. What should we be looking for as we get an early turnover here in these first couple of minutes as these teams settle in here, Asia? As we look at the starting lineup brought to you by the United States Marine Corps.
Well, for Fremont, I really want to see them take advantage of their height as they do right now in the paint. There we go. She got it finished, but really taking advantage of their size in the paint. It's an obvious mismatch there. So just keep taking advantage and getting those easy buckets.
There's Maggie Mendelson down low. No good on the first. Yeah, get an offensive rebound. That's why you missed that. 15 on the shot clock. That one is poked away. Going the other way is Westlake.
And she's just said that you have to be able to shot fake, and if you get your shot blocked, it's okay. Next best action.
Yeah, there's Johnson. Size inside. That's Emma Hankerson. Was pretty confident in the speed and the quickness of being able to get down the floor in transition like this. Taniya Latson. You can hear Lisa Dalbo shouting to run some offense, but it's not working right now. Dalbo, a lot of passion and energy in this program. She's a Fremont alum. And there's some Turnage. The kick, 15 on the shot clock. There's Johnson. Yes. Just finds that little sliver, that little opening, and gets the bucket. And a steal. Here's Johnson. Her teammate Latson in front of her if she wants it. She wants the three.
I just love the way those two, they just work so well together. When one's getting the steal, the other one's running down and getting the bucket and vice versa.
Already a 9-point lead for Westlake. 21-0, nice play there, and a layup by Avery Porter, the senior captain. Turnage for three.
Yeah,
The Virginia Tech recruit.
Yeah, and has that ability to work inside out. I mean, Coach talked a lot about, praised her a lot for her work in the paint, but she's also able to stretch the defense out and knock down the three as well.
And that's going to be the size advantage there. Emma Calvert goes 6. There's that transition again. Latson, though, a little stuck underneath. Wide open three, Johnson.
Matt, it's like those two are on a string. They just know where one another is at all times on the court.
What a 1-2 combination that Coach Hilda Hankerson has. Built a very powerful program in Atlanta. Fremont, a little more equal opportunity for players in the scoring column, including Maggie. Fremont, a little more equal opportunity for players in the scoring column, including Maggie Mendelson, who now has not playing some good defense here. Latson, quick shot off the back of the iron. Johnson, she's a great rebounder as well. She can go and dive to the glass if need be. And Brianna Turnage says thank you very much. Reverse layup. Wide open, sure. Looked around and said, well, I guess I'll take this. I've got a few feet to work with. Porter inside, that's a nice feed there to Calvert.
And one thing that's so special about this Fremont team is that all these players are able to play multiple positions. You're gonna see
Westlake led by as many as 11. Now that lead is down to 3. Back up to 6. Boy, can she shoot it. About that, where that volleyball season typically in a non-COVID year would end around December. As she puts that one in, she's got 13. And basketball season's going on, so she'll have to sacrifice the early part of her basketball season to play some volleyball. And certainly a coach would be willing to sacrifice that to get her on the floor for both. Nice play there for Latson.
But it is doable. One of our very own, Maria Taylor, she was a dual athlete, basketball and volleyball at Georgia. So she can do it. I know Maggie Mendelson can do it. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but it's definitely doable.
Matt Schick along with Asia Ellison, former standout at Maryland and Texas A&M, 2013 GEICO Nationals alum as well. 6-point deficit for Fremont. That one flipped off the top of the backboard, but it comes right to Massia McKinney. Just a little feed, but an air ball. Cameron Langston. Fremont trying to push. Mendelson to lead all scores. 5 seconds here. Raven Johnson's got 11. Make it 14.
Wow. When in doubt, Raven Johnson's the one that's going to have to step up and score for this team. The floor general, but when there's no one to give it to, she's the one that's going to step up and knock it so that Westlake doesn't get to their money basket, which is in the transition offense.
Yeah, 20 points in transition for Westlake. We mentioned needing to hit those threes
from the perimeter and get it inside.
Latson again. Look at that steal. Look at Johnson. Little behind the back dribble to keep it alive, and the lefty lay-in. From our vantage point, it looked incredible. Here's Johnson. Comes up with
not even just the steal here, but the behind the back to the layup. I mean,
Johnson the kick. Westlake, undefeated team out of Atlanta. Fremont, undefeated state champ out of Utah. Maggie Mendelson with the bucket. She's got 19. Gets her own rebound. That one tipped, nice poke away.
I think Raven Johnson's starting to get a little too passive. I want to see her take over more. She was doing that throughout the game and really putting her team at an advantage.
14, and now it's just 6. We'll see what they can do defensively. Quick pass, baseline, Jay is good. Here's Latson, look at how quick she is. Look at how fast to the glass. Rebound and put back Johnson. Latson, no. Strong rebound there for Calvert. 10-point deficit, see if they hold for one. No, we're going to take that open layup. That's Ashley Oliver for Fremont. Good Johnson behind the back dribble. 3, another behind the back dribble. 3-pointer. That one off the iron. David, you're without your friends. You're without being able to be with everybody. And it really fueled them going into this year. And just such a relief to get that win. But the pain of losing superseding the joy of winning, according to Coach Talbot.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely true. Just as an athlete myself, you much rather win a game than lose a game. The emotion's just a lot, that it heightens, it's different. Just a lot more emotions when you're losing versus when you're winning.
Good defense here from Fremont. 6-point game. Now they are in transition. Mendelson a little stutter, but gets that one to go. And a timeout, Westlake. A 14-point margin has now been dwindled to 4 against a Westlake team that went 21-0, won the Georgia 6A crown. Look at the putback! Emma Calvert, they're within 1.
Yeah, that's just a tough putback, and especially off the free throw. Just way to lock in and dial in and fight for that rebound.
Speaking of dialed in, is Raven Johnson. You need a bucket. You're going to have to go to her. Now calling for, you could hear the yelling at the other end. That was the voice. Raven Johnson, look at that scoop move off the move on the baseline. South Carolina.
Yeah, Raven Johnson just getting here in this short corner and just making that scoop move rim when you got 6'5" coming behind you.
That's it again. Look at that pilfer. Transition buckets galore. 27 points in transition, off turnovers, I should say. 27 of their 57.
And Latson was all the way down on one end, and the first one of the first ones down back on the other end, defensive end.
Raven Johnson, the bucket and the foul, filling it up from start to finish.
And it starts with the stop, and Raven Johnson just using her strong body, able to get that finish, the and one.
Chance to really salt this one away, perhaps with another bucket. As Raven Johnson, a couple assists away from a triple-double. Now she's 1 assist away. Wow. Triple-double, almost had it.
Almost.
Had the assist.
There's 40 seconds left.
Ball there from South Carolina head coach Dawn Staley trying to find their way to another national championship.
Westlake, number 20, Taniya Latson has to report. Team 9.
Take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by Buick.
Across the stat line.
Ten-point lead for Westlake. Johnson says, why not even? One of the rare misses for Raven Johnson today comes in inconsequential fashion, a smile on her face as she hugs her teammate Latson. They combine for 51 of the team's 64 points. Terrific duo, terrific performances for both Raven Johnson and Taniya Latson. Sets up an intriguing matchup tomorrow with PBI for the GEICO Nationals.